Hey, my name is Jonathan Martin, and welcome back to the Exponential Collective. So this is our first topic together with my colleague Kelly Byrd. So this month's focus is going to be on self-leadership and the importance
That's
of
great.
being willing and being able to lead yourself. Because if you can't lead yourself, you're not going to be able to lead anybody else, right?
Anything or anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So honestly, the self leadership was something I never had really taken into account until we met.
Yeah.
And that was something you brought up.
Yeah, no, that's fair. A lot of us never did.
Yeah.
A lot of us grew up never thinking much about it. And again, with the people I have the privilege of working with, smart, bright people who run big things, oftentimes it's a new concept to
Yeah.
them. And not because they're patently selfish or egotistical, but just most folks think that leadership at its core is do what I say.
Right.
And the whole idea of, not so much do what I say, but do what I do.
Hmm.
The idea of you leading you
Hmm.
first, like there's a sequence to this.
Yeah. Right.
Like really effective leaders, the more, that you and me get to be around them. And you can say it the other way, really, really ineffective leaders, leaders that don't do a good job.
Yeah.
You can just see it in us. And you and I have struggled. There have been many a day I've not led well.
Hmm.
And I can clearly connect bad leadership of others to bad leadership of me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, you're spot on, man. This idea of, hey, before we get too far down this road of talking about leadership, which there's a lot to talk about,
Yep.
let's talk about leading ourselves well. Because as you said, you're right, you're never going to lead anything or anybody well until you lead yourself.
Yep. And that's why we're starting here, right? This is why month one, module one, we're starting with self leadership because we believe that's kind of the foundation of everything else that we're going to do, right? So this is something we need to figure out first and get our heads around. And you'll probably hear me say this a lot over the coming months, right? But if you're better at home, you're better at work.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, leading myself really kind of showed up at my house first
Mm-hmm.
because I struggled with addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had I had an affair,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that was a kind of a 6 month really dark period in my marriage, right? And before that, even before the affair and getting kicked out of the house and everything that kind of went with it, right? I still wasn't the best husband, right? And it was all to do because of the decisions I was making for myself, right? I wasn't leading myself well, and in turn wasn't leading my family well,
Yeah.
because I was making decisions that were selfish, right? And leading leading well for me started at home,
Yeah.
and I had to come to the quick realization before my marriage ended, right, that my intentions didn't matter. It was only about the actions and the things that I did, right? I could tell my wife I loved her 1,000 times,
Yeah.
right? But if she found text messages from someone else,
Yeah.
right, then none of those words mattered, right? And that's true in every aspect of your life, not just your marriage, right? If I tell my boss that I'm going to have something to him by 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
right, and I don't, right, even though I had every intention to,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, right? So it's really critical that we learn to separate our intentions and our actions, because a lot of times we judge ourselves. Like me, I judged myself on my intentions, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, right? I didn't mean to, which is absolutely true, right? But the reality is my actions didn't follow what I said. So as we do the scorecards and the exponent and things, I say that to say how critical it is for you guys, once you make these commitments, to really follow through with them, like writing them down and saying that you're going to do it. Is not going to lead to any change. So that's what we want from you guys. We want to see change. We want to see growth, and being able to lead yourself well and make those decisions is going to be critical to your growth over the next 6 months as we kind of go through this together.
That's great. There's right along those lines, there's a kind of a train of thought that we always introduce to people that we work with when it comes to this idea of leading oneself well. a scorecard like what we're doing here with
Mm-hmm.
these guys. I keep the very same scorecard in my own life. I keep that very same scorecard with all of my clients. And as we work with them on leading themselves well, we encourage them. We strongly encourage them uh, to actually delete. You've heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
Like we delete certain words
Yeah.
from our vernacular.
Yeah.
Like you'll never hear me, and most of, not all, but most of our clients that we work with, they've all committed to not using these certain words.
Mm-hmm.
We believe words matter. I know for a fact the words that we use shape the way we behave.
Absolutely.
And so on this front, we deleted the word try.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna, yeah, if we're gonna work together, you're not gonna try to do something. You're not going to intentions versus
Yeah.
actions. You're not going to intend to do anything. You're not going to hope to do anything. You're not going to try to do anything. We deleted the word try, and we replaced all the words we delete. We replace with a word that's strong.
Mm-hmm.
We replace with a word that's healthier. And so we replaced the word try with the word commit.
Yeah.
It's a stronger word. It's harder to say. You have to sit there and look at somebody and say, I commit. Now, I know you can break your commitments. I get that. But even in just thinking through the words that we're going to use as we make our intentions known, like, I commit to do this.
Yeah.
There used to be a billboard out on Highway 30 when I would be on my way out to Sweetwater, and it would say, it was a huge Marine Corps recruiting billboard, just a huge billboard, and the whole billboard was this unbelievably handsome black guy in these dress blues with his hat and square jaw, and he's staring right at the camera, and it just says United States Marine Corps, applications not accepted, only commitments.
Yeah. That's good.
And I thought, man, that's so powerful. It's exactly what that whole group, the Marines, is about. Like just like doing what I say I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's commitment there, not intention.
Right.
And so when I heard you say that, I thought, man, you are absolutely on the right track. And at the foundation of leading oneself well is this readiness to stay away from weak, nebulous words like trying and hoping to and intending to, and instead making commitments.
Yeah. And your words get more important like as you keep those commitments.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you kind of you control how valuable your words are.
Yeah.
By
Well
the
said.
commitments you keep.
You know, you were talking about pre-deciding.
One of the things that was really key to me when we started doing the scorecard, your exponent, right, that we talked about and making those commitments in those 4 areas. One concept and kind of mind shift that I made a few years ago that was really critical for me in helping me make commitments and keep them was the concept of pre-deciding, right? Meaning I'm gonna pre-decide, like I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna have the forethought enough to think when I'm in this situation, when I want to accomplish this, these are the things that I'm gonna do, right? This is the day I'm gonna do it. This is how I'm gonna do it. This is the time I'm gonna do it. And I'm not leaving it up to chance, right? I'm not giving myself an opportunity to say no or to be too busy or whatever my excuse may be, right? So that's kind of
It's a great concept.
yeah, it is.
You know what a great pic. It's just kind of corny, I know, but here's a great
corny. It's okay.
I know. Here's a great picture of that. Pre-deciding, not leaving it up to chance. And again, I know it's not foolproof, but I'm telling you, not only have I watched others that I've coached on this use this and it be successful, I've done it. I still do it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And so here it is. Here's pre-deciding. I'm gonna work out tomorrow morning at 5:30.
Yeah.
I'm going to, leave to catch a flight, in Detroit. I'm gonna have to leave at 4:20. Like I'm gonna get up in the morning and do this. So before I go to bed, I pack my bag.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna work out tomorrow morning at 5:30, what I'm working out in, my bag for the gym, my toiletry bag, my towel, my shoes, my like everything.
Yeah.
It takes me, 10 minutes
Yeah.
to get everything all figured out. But just going through that, then I go to bed and then I wake up and boom, there it is. Like there was a decision made. I wake up in the morning and go, wow, there it is. Like I already made this decision.
Yeah.
And most folks struggle with going to work out at 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever because the alarm goes off and they get up and they start what? They start negotiating.
Yeah.
Now
Man,
it's
I
like
could sleep a few more minutes.
now it's like there's been no decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually going to negotiate. But no, if you don't negotiate, it's one of the great things about leading yourself well. And we'll talk about it later.
Yep.
Those that lead themselves well don't negotiate.
That's good.
They make commitments and they keep them.
Yeah.
But the pre-decision of getting ready for the day the night before, just one example of how powerful that little tool is.
Yeah. And oddly, funny enough, I go to a CrossFit gym in Auburn,
Yeah.
right? And they have the committed club,
Yeah.
which is you work out more days in a month than you don't.
Yeah.
Right. But for me, like that was my goal to get to the committed club. Right,
Right.
now I'm 6 months
It's not
in.
the trying club.
Yeah, it's not the trying club,
It's
right?
the
It's not
committed
it's
club.
not the sign in and not show up club. It's the committed
Right.
club,
There
right?
you go.
And but it's just kind of
That's fantastic.
yeah. So it really is a critical to pre-decide, to not give yourself an opportunity to we think about it in terms of business, right? If a business, it's not uncommon, right, to be strategic and think ahead,
There you
right, and make decisions. And it's
Happens
no
all the
different.
time.
It's no different in your personal life, right?
Happens
And
all
you got to
the
make
time.
those decisions
Yep.
the day before, the week before, so you
Yep.
know what to do.
Here's the last thing I'll say on this, and then you can end it however you want. But I'll just say this: when you all hear us talking about leading yourself well, at the foundation of that, let's just be honest. At the foundation of leading oneself well before he or she can lead anyone or anything else well is really the concept of hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I'll be, I'll be vulnerable and honest as well. I appreciate yours, Jonathan. I always have. Yeah, I've made some massive mistakes. I've been the author of some incredibly hurtful and destructive decisions, both for myself and for others in my life. At the foundation of leading one's self well is the idea that I'm never gonna ask you to do something that I myself have not done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to present some leadership facade for the others that I myself personally haven't given a great deal of thought, time, and effort to mastering. Like great leaders just don't do that.
Right.
Great leaders, while it's incumbent upon them to influence and lead and touch others, they understand that their own commitment to live in the way that they're projecting, to live by the principles they're requiring,
Mm-hmm.
to embody, right,
Mm-hmm.
the very things that they're asking of others, like the leading one's self well idea is really just a shot across the bow on hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
I've been guilty of it. And the degree to which we root that out, the degree to which we delete hypocrisy from our own leadership begins with our willingness to do what the hell we said we're going to do.
Yeah.
When we said we're going to do it the way we know it's supposed to get done.
So the challenge for this week, right? Self-leadership. You got your exponent card that you're going to fill out, your scorecard, right? So you're going to pick an area that you want to improve, one small, tangible thing that you can keep the commitment, right?
Make it measurable.
Make it measurable. Don't make it something you're not going to do, right? I don't care if you think it's small and insignificant, but you can do it. That's what I want you to put on the card,
There you go.
right? So fill that out, think through that, post kind of your results and what you figured out in the community. Share it with us so we can help keep you accountable. The community can help keep you accountable. And I'm also going to post a video by Andy Stanley on leading yourself well in the resources tab in the community.
It's one of the best videos I've ever seen on this topic.
For sure.
And I'll
That's
have
good.
I'll have CEO clients of mine watch it 2, 3, 4 times a year just to remind us constantly. You'll love the video. It's absolutely just packed with applicable content, and it's only 25, 30 minutes max. So
Yeah.
you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really good. And he's got some exercises and things that he kind of lays out there that I've done a couple times. It is really valuable. So if you do that, post kind of some of your takeaways and stuff on the community board as well. Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome.
So
Man.
we're thanks for being here.
It's a good start.
Super excited. Ask questions, post comments, post your results. Really dig in as a community, help each other, support each other. Let us know how we can support and help you better. And
I'll just add this real quick.
Go for it.
On the scorecard, post your commitments initially.
Yeah.
And then come back.
Yeah.
And then come back and post how you did.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Early in the week, what's the commitment? End of the week, how do we do?
Yeah.
And again, if you hit it, great. If you missed it, say it. And again, folks can come alongside.
Yeah, right. Just that piece of being vulnerable and honest.
Absolutely.
And letting us help you keep accountable.
Cool. Can't wait to see it.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for posting. Thanks for watching. And let's take those small steps to help live and lead better. So see you guys.